we did lose a studio. After 30 years, Volition was closed down by their owner, Embracer Group. For those of you who don't remember, Volition is the studio who made Descent. They made Summoner. They also made the Saints Row franchise. The whole thing, including that wonderful reboot that everybody loved so much and was such a massive hit.
Trash.
Volition left this wonderful message as like a final crybaby.
Where to the grave?
30 years of making games. There are only a handful of studios in the industry that have been around for 30 years, and we took a lot of pride over Volition being one of them. Volition has been around long enough that some folks forget that we made, but they certainly know our games. Refrains such as Volition made Descent, or Volition made Free Space, or Volition made that Summoner RPG with the hilarious video are not uncommon. Sometimes it's easier to remember the games more than the studio that built them, especially for those that have been around as long as we have. But all good things come to an end, and so it is with Volition. After 30 years, Volition has closed, and we wanted to say a few final words. To start, we know there wouldn't be a studio without the people in it. While it may sound cliched, as those who have worked at Volition can attest, it truly is a huge family. Volition started with a team that had a vision for how to make the kinds of games others couldn't, and infused that confidence throughout the entire company. We assembled an incredibly talented group of artists, storytellers, and creators who together built a culture that attracted top-quality people who truly cared for each other. Time progressed. People naturally came and went. He said came. And very often returned again. But the people who were always what made Volition truly special. Do all developers feel the same? Why, I assume they don't, but we know they do. But in this case, there truly was a unique culture of people that cared about each other like family, combined with the will to create some of the most unique games ever created. Thank you so much to every Volitionite who ever worked here. You are all what made this magical place. Can't read that with a straight face. A place it was to work at, and we can never say enough about how much you have meant to us over these 30 years. Granted, most of the people who made all those original titles like Descent and the original Saints Row and everything left that company way long ago. But I digress. Beyond our development family, we also wouldn't have a studio without our extended family, our community. The community that we called trolls, that we said were terrorists, racists. That community. For 30 years now, you have played our games. Sometimes you've loved them. Sometimes you've been disappointed with them. But you've always been there. We can speak for everyone who has worked at Volition when we say all the hard work and sacrifices we've put into these games have been for you. Is that why you released Saint Row on such a buggy, unfinished state?
Trash!
Over these many years, we have enjoyed working on an extremely diverse series of games. So diverse. So much diversity. Yes, diversity. Yes, diversity. I'm sorry. And so many of you have come along for that ride. Ooh, that just sounds pornographic now. Show me where the bad game developer touched you. We've loved your enthusiasm every step of the way, except for those last couple of years where you hated our game so much that you didn't buy it, because we called you trolls and racists. Even those times when you wish we had or hadn't gone a certain way with a Saints Row or Red Faction or Descent. I don't remember anyone ever complaining about Red Faction or Descent. I could be wrong, but Saints Row, I definitely remember people complaining about. You are why we kept making these games, and those of us who have been part of the Volition family will be eternally grateful. Farewell.
Congratulations, you did nothing.